watching Canada's Talent. We're here with the Faceplants. Yeah.
Hello.
Canadian Music Week 2016.
Yes.
Very exciting stuff. So this is your first time doing Canadian Music Week, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So do you want to talk a bit about what you're up to, show coming up, and all that stuff?
Yeah. So we it's our debut. We're excited. We're playing a show tomorrow. It's at the Cave, and we're on tour right now, promoting our latest single, which is "Devil in a White Dress." And we did like kind of just a media tour out to Toronto, really focusing in on the showcase that we have and going out and seeing the other bands and being supportive of all the festivals and conferences that are happening here. We've been working extremely hard to get into Canadian Music Week for some time, and now that we're here, we're making the most out of it. So once we do the showcase, we're going to tour back to Vancouver, and if people need details for that, go to facebook.com/thefaceplants, and you can find the single too, Devil in a White Dress. So yeah, we're really excited about what's happening and what's going on.
You guys have the new music video coming out, and I saw you mention this is kind of like, you've done videos before, but this is like your debut, like kind of a video you're the most proud of. So do you want to talk a bit about the video and when that's going to come out and stuff?
Our band we're going through a new cycle, and we're really finding who we are, and the band sound has been changing a bit. So like with this new album coming out, this is really a new rebranding of the band. So this is going to be the first video that really captures who we are as the Faceplants now, so that's why we call it our debut. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
I think personally myself, I want to call every new thing that we do like a debut, just because like we're constantly growing and constantly trying new things and developing like our sound and we're all developing as human beings and personally, so everything that we do is kind of, I like to look at it like it's a brand new thing. It's our debut because you never know, like next record can be completely different, but like we're in the studio right now working on our debut LP, and it's the most honest and genuine music we've ever released.
So you guys are going to be going on tour, like after this showcase in Toronto, you're going to be driving back to Vancouver, playing a lot of shows along the way. How do you guys find the response like in different cities? Because in Vancouver you guys have like a huge following. How have you found it so far, playing other cities?
It's kind of like changed. Like this would be our third time since I've been in the band, going back and forth. Every time it seems to get a little bit better. As you go from city to city, you go back every tour you go on, you see more faces out, new people, and it's good because it's fun playing to new. That's the whole reason why you do it, right? You want to get out, you want to meet people, you want people to enjoy what you're doing while we're enjoying what we're doing. So it's been a lot of fun actually. And Graham, you know,
just to add on that. It's nice to see people that we've seen since the beginning, since the first time we ever crossed. We'll go to Saskatoon, we'll see lots of people there, or Regina. And then some places where it might have been our first way through, the turnout might have been pretty poor. Now to see that grow and to see that community building it's really nice to see. I don't know how else to put it. It's just really fun to go there and see, I know this person, but I don't know these like 5-10 people here. So it feels, feels good.
Yeah, it's great how these days, like with the internet too, like you can kind of spread your music out a lot further. Like I saw an interview where you guys were talking about that, the effect of social media and people being able to share links with their friends and all that stuff. Do you find that has helped you gain a fan base throughout Canada? Like,
That's the biggest part, bro.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We've been on the radio, but we're not constantly on radio like a lot of bands. So really social media is the only thing besides doing the dirty work of going on tour that really gets our fans to our show.
Yeah.
Like when we're promoting our tours, it's all social media, because that's the direct connection. So it's huge, very huge for us.
Yeah, it's nice how in Canada, like it's like the music industry I find is pretty tight-knit. Like everyone kind of knows each other. Like I first heard about you guys through someone who was writing for us a couple years ago, Spencer Paul. Like he wrote up a thing, and I've never met him before, but he was like writing stuff for Canada's Talent, and then wrote a thing about you guys a few years ago. So it's just like interesting how that works.
No reason for that. Just like quick fist bump. No, that's hilarious. Yeah, shout out to Spencer. He's awesome.
I was just texting him yesterday.
Yeah.
What's the process like for you guys, like collaborating, coming up with new songs? Is it like a collaborative process?
It can usually start with Daniel. It can really start with anything, but for the most part, Daniel does a really good job at sitting down and writing out notes and songs and starts the songs and whatever it may be. That's how it all starts. And like I said, it could be a drum beat or a bass lick or a little chord he's playing, and that's how it kind of starts, right? And we just kind of sit there for hours and hours, and we go, we jam like 3 times a week, 4 times, if we're lucky that week. And that's how it starts, right? We just kind of sit down, brainstorm ideas, feel it out. We'll play a bit, talk. I really enjoy it. It's a fun process to see something that started off as this turn into something like that. And when you're done with it, it's a lot of fun.
Just to add on to it, I really like going into a song when there's not much to it. I really like when it's just the outline, and the funnest part for me is filling it in, because I'm not good at starting a song on my own. I'm constantly trying to write something out, and then I'll throw it behind me in the big pile, right? But if somebody gives me even like 5%, then I feel like I can run with it and make it just that next level. I can see where it goes, I can visualize it, and I think that's, for me, that's the most fun part, and especially when you got a group of guys like this where it's so easy, where you say, hey, do this really complicated thing, and they're like, hey, no worries. And they'll just pop it right out.
Sometimes maybe that doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
Just go back to the simple thing, but it's fun.
Yeah.
So we were gonna do a quick little most likely to thing with you guys.
Okay.
There we go.
You guys are down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's the most likely to be a drama queen?
Oh, I don't know.
I think G-Mac.
It depends on the scenario. I was totally about to peg you, so.
Oh,
You guys got time?
Actually, I don't know. I don't know.
Well,
I could admit it too.
I
could
think
admit it.
overall,
Let's
big picture, me. Little things, you.
Probably.
Split right
Absolutely.
down the middle.
But if you lose your T-shirt, then it's game over.
Yes. That was the worst time. You fix that.
Everyone has their drama queen moments, I guess.
It's okay.
Who's the one who takes the longest to get ready?
That really depends. For shows, I'd say myself. Myself. But like, it really. I mean, if we're talking about laziness and getting out of the hotel, it could be somebody else. I don't know. But no, I'd say myself for getting ready for shows.
I just want to actually give myself props here. Yesterday we had a timer, and I literally had a 2-minute shower.
They said it, and I
We
said
said
go,
it.
and he went in.
Yeah, we were running late, and I said I got a shower, and the guys were like, no go. I'm like, 2 minutes. I did it.
You gotta pick your battles when it comes to cleanliness, I think. Or just be willing to wake up earlier than everybody else. Like, I know Chris got up early this morning. I couldn't bring myself to do it. But generally, if I see nobody else is up, okay, this is mine. I jump in.
Yeah.
Everybody else gets to take 5 minutes. I'll get to soak in the 30,
Yeah.
And sometimes it happens that after shows, not everybody gets a shower, right? Because we all get sweaty after shows. But it's a mandatory. It's either right after the show or in the morning time. I can't go any longer than that.
Who's most likely to lose their phone?
Did you lose your phone that
No,
one?
my
Trevor?
phone broke.
So
I think it would be Mr.
I would have to say Dan.
Yeah, I'd say both.
Yeah.
Like, I think literally today.
He picks
Oh.
it, he places it, and
Yeah.
put it over here, and then he goes, "Where's my phone?"
Okay, so who's most likely to get lost in a big city, such as Toronto?
Wow. Yeah. I'd say yeah.
Chris doesn't even know where he is 85% of the time.
So I got a funny story here.
But it's worth it, I think.
Yeah, this is a good story.
This is like a story interview.
We were driving, and you guys say it was Ottawa, but I think it was like Prince.
it was Ottawa.
Was it?
It was Ottawa.
So we were driving, and Chris is in the back sleeping like usual. And we pull into Ottawa, and he gets out of the van, and we're all like ready to go. And he gets out, and he's like, "Where are we?" And we made up some make-believe name called Kershaw. And he's walking around for like 2 hours thinking we're in this city called Kershaw, like looking around at signs. He's like, "Oh, this is a nice place."
It's out of love, K-pop.
Yeah, it's out of love.
Yes, he's not.
You make us laugh.
Yes.
So most likely to be the best at math, and who's the worst at math?
I'm really good at math.
Yo, this is for K-pop. What's up, buddy?
I gotta take this one from Garrett just because I was one of those kids in elementary school with like the fanny pack and was a math elite. Wow. I like have these pictures and awards from like doing like competitions for math and stuff. So I think I can.
you're the winner.
Yeah, I
Get
think
some
I
award-
can
I didn't
take
win
that
any
one.
awards, man. 0.
Yeah, so who's the most likely to skydive?
Oh, I would love. Yeah. No, I think I'd love to.
I think us 3 would do it.
Yeah.
I do it right now. Do you have a plane?
I like my feet firmly planted on the ground.
Tell her the story. Oh, tell her the story.
I'll
about the
figure it
flying
out.
J-Mac.
Yeah, next time we'll have that set up for you guys.
first flight.
Oh, yeah, no. So me and Chris, we flew here, and the big deal for all of them was that this was my first flight after 21 years.
All of us for you.
Yeah, but
Is that now
excited.
for this trip?
Yeah. But I think that all their excitement psyched me out because it's always my argument is that people say they're like, oh, well, you're more likely to get in like a plane crash, but the difference is you're commissioned to get in a car than you are in like a plane, you know? So to me, it's just like a pilot waving, going, "Come on, get in my big metal tube, and we'll go in the sky." And that's all I know. But yeah, we were nice enough that I sat down next to this little old lady, and she's like, "You can hold my hand the whole time." I'm like, "I'll be fine, but you know, just in case, it's nice to know that you're there." But yeah, it was a lot less scary than I anticipated. So 6 out of 10. You know, the movies were okay.
The moves, yeah, cool.
Is there anything else you guys want to talk about that we haven't covered, or a message you guys have to your fans?
Well,
Anything?
just thank you for being patient with us. Thank you for all this continued support, and like I said earlier, this album that we're working on, we're going to be releasing soon, is the best thing we've ever accomplished and done. So we couldn't be prouder of the work that we're doing right now. So thank you to every single person that's with us. And if you're new watching this, you go to facebook.com/thefaceplants to get all the details of tour dates and music and stuff like that. So thank you. We appreciate it. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you guys for coming here today and doing this interview. Good luck at the show tomorrow.
So blind, so ready